Well, I'd like to welcome back with us today Captain Larry Kurtz, who's the Public Information Officer of the Orange County Fire Authority, and along with him today is Captain Greg Barding. And Greg, you are up at Station 19, which is, if people don't know where that is, if you go up El Toro, kind of go over a little hill over the railroad tracks, it's right there.
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah, and we're going to talk to you in just a minute about the main subject today, the Resident Medical Information Form, how important that is. But first, we're going to talk to Captain Kurtz over here and tell us, you folks have a new fire chief, right?
Yes, we've been in the process of interviewing prospective new fire chiefs to lead our organization. Right now, we have an interim fire chief, Chief Patrick McIntosh. He was actually one of our former chiefs, retired from our agency, and we brought him back temporarily to keep captaining the boat, so as we say. Until we get a new fire chief. The board of directors, the JPA board of directors for Orange County Fire Authority, has been vetting these chiefs. They're going through background investigations right now. We should have an announcement around March 15th of when who that fire chief is going to be. And whoever it is, I'm sure they're going to be a great leader of this organization, and we really look forward to introducing them to the people.
So do they get applications from around the country?
They get applications from everywhere.
Okay.
Orange County Fire Authority is a destination fire agency. A lot of our newest firefighters don't just come from the fire academies; they come from other fire departments. They see our organization. They are willing to leave their agencies and come with us, and actually come in on the ground floor because they want to be part of this organization. So we're very fortunate to have the size that we have, and for a lot of the upper management, the executive management for our organization, it's a great opportunity for them to really test their management skills and really lead a large agency with as many fire stations that we have.
I bet you get a lot of folks from back east saying, no snow. No
yes,
humidity.
A lot of them, they walk around here and they go down to the beach and they stick their feet in the Pacific and they think, yes, this is a place for me.
Yeah.
And they fill out the application. And hopefully that's some of the allure that we have with our new fire chief. But whoever it is, we look forward to meeting them and welcome them on board and helping them to guide this organization into the near future.
Yeah, and hopefully whoever you get, we can interview sometime.
Absolutely, we'll make sure everything we can to make sure we get them on this show and introduce them to your viewers.
That would be fantastic. Now, I'm going to talk to Captain Barta here, and what we're going to talk about today is something that is really important for the residents that are here and really beyond here, and it's called Resident Medical Information Form. So tell me about this. We have it on the screen, how important this is.
So this form is incredibly important, not just for the residents here, but all throughout Orange County. So this form kind of came about because, as the residents here know, we run numerous calls in the area. They hear the sirens all the time. And we're always searching for ways to improve the patient care experience. And one of the biggest obstacles we have in providing efficient patient care is the need for us to ascertain the information we need to provide that good patient care experience. So this form, we basically took 7 or 8 of the most common pieces of information that we need, that we sometimes have trouble getting, especially when somebody's not feeling well. If they're calling us, it's because they're having a bad day.
Yeah.
For example, what kind of medications a person's on, the type of medical problems they have, if they're allergic to any medications. Oftentimes, that's information that is difficult for us to get when somebody's not feeling well. We have to search for medications in a cabinet, try and ask a family member. So what we aimed to do here was create this one-page form that can be accessed by anybody in the county, or anybody, anywhere actually, where they can fill out this information, have it printed out, so when we arrive on scene, we have access to that information at our fingertips right away. So we can be more efficient and provide that better care instantly on scene rather than having to wait and get those pieces of vital information that we need.
Yeah, and Larry, where would they put this? On the refrigerator or somewhere very obvious?
Refrigerator, someplace obvious, a large red envelope that says, hey, Orange County Fire guys, here's my medical information. A lot of the things that Captain Barta was talking about, accurate information that we need from the patient. Sometimes we get this information third party from family members or the neighbor down the hall, which may or may not be accurate. It's very, very important, because if we get something wrong, like type of medication that they're taking,
Right.
or possible allergies that they may have, this is information that people from Agent 19 need when they're going on these medical calls in order to best, provide the medication and the best care possible for these individuals. We come up on scene, and Captain Barta has done this a lot. Sometimes we're even, the name of the patient. We're looking through your mail. We're looking through, your TV guide, seeing, okay, this patient is named who. Yeah, we want to get that information so we can do the best patient care possible.
Well, some of the things that are on here, it might be a little hard to see on the screen, but patient information, what you just said. Family contact, how important that must be.
That's
especially if they live alone.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Extremely important for many reasons. First of all, this form travels with the patient to the hospital, so that gives the nurses and doctors access to all the exact same information. That way they can notify a family member. For us on scene, oftentimes if nobody else is there, we're trying to establish a baseline for the individual we're treating. Are they acting appropriately or normal for themselves or not? So this provides us some contact information where we can call somebody on the phone and ask, we're seeing this individual that's slurring their speech right now. Is that something normal from a previous stroke, or is this a new onset? So it's definitely important to have all the information on here, family members being one of them as well.
Yeah, and allergies, of course. Medical history, how important is that? That's got to be very, very important. And you just brought up a very good point.
It's paramount. Just what we discussed right there, as if I know a person's had a previous stroke, that's going to help my line of questioning and help us kind of determine some issues they've had in the past, also lead us to what kind of medications they may be on. If they've had cardiac episodes, anything on there kind of helps us in our investigative manner on scene, trying to find out what exactly is going on with that patient.
And with medications, they could be having a reaction. Maybe they took a couple of medications that normally they shouldn't have taken together, or whatever it might be. But to give you that information, you at least have something to go on.
And that's common what you stated, and like Captain Kurtz said, we also have medications that we administer when somebody's having a certain type of situation, and sometimes when people are on a certain medication, we can't give one of the medications that we do generally give because there could be a potential reaction. So that information for us it's critical, and this form is really going to enable us to be more efficient and provide better care on scene to everyone.
Yeah.
The information that's available on this form is very similar to what we have in the managed care facilities. When they arrive, usually we have that information on hand by the care professionals that are on scene. What this form does for us is it enables us to have that same level of information for people who live independently in residential homes.
Yeah, and this kind of reminds me, again, it's a little hard to see on the screen, but when you go to your primary care doctor and you first fill out the information, if they're a new doctor, this is basically what you fill out, very, very close to that, and it gives all that vital information. And one of them that's on here, it could certainly is going to be important if they get to the hospital, and unfortunately things don't go the way they like. You have a DNR on here if they want that.
Yeah, that helps us on scene, obviously. Lets us know what their wishes are, and also, as you stated, definitely helps at the hospital them know, what that patient's wishes are should things escalate to a different level.
Yeah, and how important that's got to be.
Yeah,
it's just incredible.
We want to do what's in the best interest and respect the patient's wishes, so that's incredibly important. And kind of retouching on what we were just discussing about the medical facilities, numerous facilities in the area are actually using this as their standard document now. So Freedom Village over in Lake Forest Skilled Nursing, they've actually adopted our form as their standard form to give out to us to take to the hospitals. So we're getting a lot of positive feedback from the big facilities as well.
That's good.
Yeah.
And if people want this, they can go online to OCFA and download this. That's where I found it. I know you folks sent me a copy, but I actually got this one online, so it's the same one.
You can just go on OCFA.org. You can download the form. If you can't download the form, anything that would point out to us arriving on scene of your house, what medications you're taking, what your medical history is.
Yeah.
We've seen people who have actually taken the actual pills that they take and they've taped them to a piece of paper and put them on the side of their refrigerator. We'd like to know what those pills actually are. Because it doesn't always say on the pill exactly what they do.
Yeah, that's a great idea. If you go, you have a used little bottle of your medication and take that label off and put it in an envelope or whatever it is along with something like this, that's a great idea.
Yeah, the key to good medical care is good information.
Yeah.
And when we arrive on scene, it's an information battle. We're trying to get as much intel as we can in order to provide the best level of treatment for you. And when Captain Barta shows up at your house, he doesn't have to look through your mail, he doesn't have to look through your medicine cabinet to try and find this stuff. You can find this stuff immediately. It's on your refrigerator or next to your nightstand, something that points out, hey, open this, this is what's going on.
Yeah, and this goes with you when you go to the hospital, which is equally as important to help them. Thank you both for coming on today.
Thanks for having us.
It's great meeting you.
Nice
I
to
know
meet you too.
we'll probably see you again sometime.
Looking forward to it.
And
Thank you,
of course, Captain Kurt's always good to see you. And we'll have the future, some other things we're going to be doing.
Absolutely.
And it's always great to have you guys on. Yeah. I look forward to meeting the new chief when that happens.
I will make sure that happens.
Yeah, that'll be great. Good to see you folks, and we'll be right back.
All right.